Good evening and happy Veterans Day. I'm Brandon Baylog with your TV6 Fastcast updates. The Rock Island National Ceremony held its annual Veterans Day ceremony on Saturday. As TV6's Solomon Ledvinka explains the importance of remembering and honoring veterans.
Those freedoms are granted to us by those of you who serve.
Over 100 people gathered for a special tribute to honor the past and present members of the armed forces.
For the land of the free.
Our freedoms are paid for with the people who are in the behind those tombstones every single day, and it's not just here, but it's across the entire country. And that is a stark reminder every single day that freedom isn't free. We're not born into it.
A traditional wreath was placed as a symbol to honor and salute the fallen soldiers.
It's important to celebrate the service and sacrifices our veterans have made. They do a lot for the country, and they do a lot of things that go unnoticed. So ceremonies like this are it's just our way to say thank you.
A 21-gun salute concluded the ceremony. In Rock Island, Solomon Ledvinka, TV6 News.
And according to Colonel Anderson Jr., there are 700,000 veterans living in Iowa and Illinois. Local veterans were honored in Saturday's Davenport Veterans Day Parade. Hundreds lined the streets in downtown Davenport to pay tribute to the veterans who served. Marching bands, members of the armed forces, and American flags were on display throughout the parade. The event finished in front of the Scott County Courthouse, with bands continuing to play patriotic songs. And for veterans in the Quad Cities, several restaurants and other businesses are offering deals for those who have served, including some that are free. We have a growing list of those deals on our website. For most deals, you do need to show a valid military ID. And the weather today was much nicer than in years past to go out and enjoy those Veterans Day activities, and the nice weather seems to be sticking around for a bit longer. Meteorologist Kyle Dickens has a look at your first alert forecast.
Now, your most reliable forecast with First Alert meteorologist Kyle Dickens.
Well, it's no doubt that we're starting to see that cloud cover move in, and yeah, even a few sprinkles. So unfortunately, we got the chance to see the northern lights tonight, but I just think that cloud cover is going to really hold pretty strong. 6 o'clock, you can kind of see we're pretty socked in here as that continues to move through, and throughout the night, not really seeing any reprieve until we get to about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, if we can get some holes in the cloud cover to appear, there's the chance you can see them. So don't give up, go out there and look, but the chances are going to be pretty slim tonight. We're right on the edge of this cooler air, 51 degrees right now, but it'll be a cooler night overall. Now, 51 is actually pretty average for this time of year. Here's a little bit of shower activity moving in, and the models have done a horrible job of picking up this activity, but it's not going to be really anything that hits the ground. What we could see hit the ground and maybe some sprinkles, and that's all we're really tracking here on Exact Track. Is that moves through. Here's about 7 o'clock. It's not picking it up. It's saying it's going to dissipate, but I do think that there will be some scattered pockets of drizzle throughout the afternoon into the evening tonight. But the good news is that won't be around for very long. Once we get to about midnight, we should see the clouds start to clear out. And depending on how much cloud cover stays with us and how long, if it does linger a little bit past midnight, we might see our low temperature not sink as low as what we thought. So that could be some good news there. Now, once we get into tomorrow, Monday, it's clear skies. Very few clouds in the forecast. So warm days and cool nights expected here once we get into the day tomorrow. We'll take a look at that with Exact Track here. As we get to 8 o'clock, drop it into the mid to low 40s. But again, we're really kind of holding those clouds a little bit longer, and Exact Track is trying to pick up on that trend. So upper 30s, low 40s for lows tonight. Not as bad, not at nearly as cool as what we saw last night. 62 by tomorrow, though, so we're in the 60s. Yeah, middle 60s to the south as well. So nice warm weather, but even up to the north, we could see some 60s. We'll drop a little bit back into the upper 30s, low 40s for Monday morning, but Monday is going to be another nice day, well into the 60s for most of our hometowns. So this taste of almost, let's see, early fall-like weather, we're into fall here, mid-November. Yeah, pretty crazy that this is what we're seeing for temperatures. But that trend is going to hold all the way through. Models locked in on the 60s all the way through Thursday. Then we start to see a trend downward. But low 50s, upper 40s by the time we get to next week is the normal. So we'll see that a little bit more normal territory into the weekend. Then we start to drop maybe a little bit cooler, but still, again, within normal territory for next week and next weekend. So the other thing is once we get past tonight, again, not really anything impactful with rainfall, but there is going to be nothing until we get to Friday of next week that we're tracking for rainfall. So very dry stretch of weather, very warm stretch as well. We continue in that 6 to 10 day outlook. Yeah, continue on well above average. Doesn't really look like this is going to shift until maybe after Thanksgiving right now. That's some of the long range models that we're watching. Again, tonight dropping in the low 40s, upper 30s, depending on that cloud cover that we see. But again, we're now entering, once we get past tonight, into this dry, warm stretch, 60s all the way through here till Wednesday. Wednesday going to be the warmest day. I think some of our hometowns might see 70 degrees. And then we continue on this trend until we get to Friday. That is our next rain chance. 53 degrees, a little bit cooler. And then Saturday as well, putting 49 for now. But again, those temperatures are a little bit variable. 52 is the average for this time of year.
A boil order that was in place for parts of Rock Island was lifted earlier this afternoon. A boil order was put in place on Friday due to an emergency water main repair. The city says the water treatment plant has completed testing and verified the water is now safe to drink. This year's blanket donation drive wrapped up last night with some positive results. The Bettendorf Rotary Club teamed up with TV6 to collect your donations of new and gently used blankets outside our studios yesterday. You donated 709 blankets in addition to $360 in monetary donations. The blankets will be distributed to nonprofit organizations like the St. Anthony Church and McAnthony Window, which serves the hungry and homeless.
I just talked to a guy yesterday who spent all of last winter with 3 woolen blankets in a car that didn't run, so he had no heat, and those 3 blankets are what kept him warm all winter long.
Last year, we collected more than 750 blankets, so a special thank you to everyone who stepped up this year to help meet the need. A week from today, the annual Festival of Trees will kick off with the Quad City Arts Festival of Trees Parade. It's the largest helium balloon parade in the Midwest. Next Saturday, the parade will kick off at 10 a.m. in downtown Davenport, starting at 3rd and Perishing Streets. TV6 will be broadcasting the parade live with Paula Sands and Eric Maitland hosting. That's all for now, but coming up tonight at 10, we continue to honor Quad Cities area veterans. We'll introduce you to a Davenport vet that's using a new program from the Paralyzed Veterans of America to launch his business. And many teams in the QCA still looking for state championships. Joey Danya has a preview of teams to look out for tonight in sports.
Well, the Galena volleyball team played for a state championship today in Peoria. We'll show you how the Pirates finished and hear from them tonight. Plus, the TV6 cameras were on the road with several high school football teams still in the hunt for state championships. Princeton, Rova, Anawan, Wethersfield, Ridgewood, and Amboy all looking to advance. See all the highlights tonight at 10. We'll also bring you plenty of college football. The Hawkeyes, Illini, and Cyclones all in action, plus the Turkey Bowl in Monmouth, and Augustana looking to win a conference title for the first time since 2006. We'll have it all tonight on the TV6 News at 10. We'll see you then.
That's all for your TV6 Fastcast updates. Have a great night, Quad Cities.